Hello and welcome. Today, we embark on an extraordinary journey to the very bottom of our world, to a land of ice and wonder that has captivated the human imagination for centuries. We are traveling to Antarctica, the coldest, driest, and highest continent on Earth. It is a realm of extremes, a vast, white wilderness that holds its secrets close, guarded by colossal icebergs and bone-chilling winds. Here, life not only survives but thrives in ways that are both astonishing and profoundly beautiful, a testament to the sheer resilience of nature in the harshest of environments. This is a land of surreal beauty and scientific marvels, a place where the ordinary rules of our world seem to bend and warp. It is a continent almost entirely covered by an ice sheet that, in places, is nearly 3 miles thick. But beneath this frozen veil lies a world of breathtaking sights, steaming volcanic beaches, waterfalls that appear to bleed, channels so picturesque they have earned their own unique nicknames from photographers. The scale of it all is almost impossible to comprehend, a continent larger than Europe, holding around 70% of the world's fresh water. Join me, Teja, as we explore 7 of the most unbelievable sights this mysterious continent has to offer. We will witness towering glaciers, encounter remarkable wildlife that calls this ice-bound world home, and uncover the geological wonders that lie hidden in this remote corner of the globe. Prepare to be astounded by the raw, untamed power and delicate beauty of Antarctica. Our expedition into the heart of the Great White South begins now. Our first destination is a place whose name seems almost paradoxical in this frozen land: Paradise Bay. And yet, as we glide through its serene, protected waters, the name feels entirely fitting. The bay is a natural harbor, a sanctuary from the often turbulent Antarctic seas. Its waters are dotted with icebergs of the most incredible shapes and sizes. They are not merely white, they are streaked with brilliant blues, carved by wind and water into fantastical sculptures, like ancient, frozen leviathans. From the serene tranquility of Paradise Bay, we journey to a place of startling contrast, a location forged in the violent heart of the Earth. This is Deception Island, an active volcano whose caldera has been breached by the sea, creating a unique, horseshoe-shaped harbor. To sail through the narrow entrance, aptly named Neptune's Bellows, is to enter another world. The landscape is stark and almost lunar, with vast slopes of black volcanic sand and ash, standing in stark opposition to the ubiquitous ice we have seen elsewhere. The air itself feels different, heavy with the faint, sulfurous scent of geothermal activity. The island's name is well earned. From a distance, it appears to be just another frozen landmass, but upon arrival, its true nature is revealed in the most astonishing way. The beaches here are geothermally heated. Dig just a few inches into the black sand, and the ground is warm, even hot to the touch. It is a surreal experience, standing in sub-zero air temperatures while steam billows around your feet. This geothermal activity has made Deception Island a site of historical and scientific interest for over a century. In the early 20th century, it was a bustling hub for the whaling industry, and the rusting, skeletal remains of old whaling stations still stand on the shore, ghostly monuments to a bygone era. Today, it is a popular spot for scientists studying volcanology, and for intrepid tourists who come to experience the thrill of a polar plunge in the geothermally warmed waters. Deception Island is a powerful reminder that Antarctica is not a static, frozen monolith, but a dynamic and geologically active continent. Our journey now takes us to one of the most celebrated and photographed passages in all of Antarctica, the Lemaire Channel. This is a remarkably narrow strait, just under 7 miles long, and at its narrowest point, less than a mile wide. It is flanked on both sides by precipitous cliffs that soar hundreds of feet straight out of the water, their sheer rock faces draped with immense glaciers that seem to cling precariously to the slopes. The sheer scale and symmetry of the channel are what make it so utterly breathtaking, creating a perfect natural corridor of rock and ice. The Lemaire Channel has earned the affectionate nickname the Kodak Gap, or, in more modern times, the Instagram Gap. On a calm day, the waters of the channel become a flawless mirror, reflecting the sky and the towering ice-clad cliffs with perfect clarity. The effect is disorienting and sublime. It becomes difficult to tell where the water ends and the sky begins, creating a dreamlike vista of floating mountains and double horizons. Every view seems to be a perfectly composed masterpiece, framed by the colossal walls of the channel. Navigating the channel can be a challenge. It is often choked with icebergs that have calved from the surrounding glaciers, forcing ships to weave a careful path through the floating maze. This only adds to the drama and the sense of adventure. As you glide silently through this majestic passage, you might see Adelie penguins porpoising through the water, or a leopard seal patrolling the ice floes, its powerful form a sinuous shape against the white. The Lemaire Channel is more than just a passage. It is an experience, a moment of pure, unadulterated awe at the artistic power of the natural world. We now venture further south to Ross Island, home to a true giant of the continent and a geological marvel. This is Mount Erebus, the southernmost active volcano on Earth. It stands as a colossal sentinel, rising more than 12,000 feet above the frozen sea. A plume of gas and steam constantly venting from its summit crater. To see this fiery mountain crowned with ice perpetually breathing smoke into the frigid Antarctic sky is to witness a profound and primal clash of elements. It is a vision of fire and ice made real. The summit of Mount Erebus holds a feature that is exceptionally rare on Earth, a persistent, convecting lava lake. For decades, this churning pool of molten rock has bubbled away within the crater, an exposed window into the planet's molten mantle. Scientists brave the extreme conditions to study this phenomenon, rappelling into the crater, collecting samples, deploying instruments. The volcano also produces unique Erebus crystals, ejected during mild eruptions, scattered across its icy flanks, glittering like tiny jewels in the snow. But the wonders of Erebus are not confined to its summit. A remarkable network of ice caves fumaroles around its slopes. Intricate tunnels hollowed by escaping volcanic gases, melting the ice sheet from below. The cave walls are lined with delicate, feathery ice crystals, some growing to several feet in length, formed by the freezing of steam-rich air. Exploring these ice caves is like stepping into a crystal palace, a fragile, hidden world created by the constant battle between the volcano's inner heat and the continent's profound cold. Our next destination takes us to one of Antarctica's most bizarre and visually arresting phenomena, a site that seems to belong on another planet entirely. Flowing from the tongue of the Taylor Glacier in the McMurdo Dry Valleys, a plume of crimson stains the white ice a startling red. This is Blood Falls. For nearly a century after its discovery in 1911, its origin was a complete mystery. It appeared as though the glacier itself was bleeding onto the frozen surface of Lake Bonny. But the truth is even more fascinating. The waterfall is not blood, it's saltwater outflow trapped beneath Taylor Glacier for perhaps millions of years. That subglacial lake has been completely cut off from the atmosphere, without light and without oxygen. In that isolation, a unique microbial ecosystem evolved. Microbes survive by metabolizing iron and by using sulfates. It's a glimpse into how life might exist in other extreme places beneath the ice caps of Mars or on the frozen moons of Jupiter. When the ancient iron-rich water seeps out and meets oxygen, a chemical reaction happens. The iron rapidly oxidizes, it rusts. That's what gives the water its shocking blood-red color. We have now reached a point of immense geographical and historical significance. A place that is not so much a visual spectacle of mountains or falls, but a point of pure conceptual power. We are at the Amundsen Scott South Pole Station, standing at 90 degrees south latitude, the geographic South Pole. This is the southernmost point on the surface of the Earth, the axis around which our planet spins. Here, all lines of longitude converge, and every direction one faces is north. The sun rises only once a year and sets only once a year, leading to 6 months of continuous daylight followed by 6 months of darkness. The journey to reach this point was one of the last great terrestrial challenges of the heroic age of exploration. The race between Norway's Roald Amundsen and Britain's Robert Falcon Scott in 1911 is a story of triumph and tragedy etched into the very ice of this continent. Today, a ceremonial pole, surrounded by the flags of the Antarctic Treaty signatory nations, marks the approximate location for visitors. A short walk away is the actual geographic South Pole, a simple marker that is repositioned each year to account for the slow but steady drift of the ice sheet, which moves at a rate of about 33 feet per year. Life here is dedicated almost entirely to science. The Amundsen Scott South Pole Station is a marvel of engineering, a habitat built on stilts to prevent it from being buried by drifting snow. The high altitude, stable atmosphere, and 6 months of darkness make the South Pole one of the best places on Earth for astronomy and astrophysics. Giant telescopes scan the cosmos, searching for neutrinos and faint echoes of the Big Bang. To stand here is to feel a profound connection to human exploration, scientific endeavor, and the fundamental mechanics of our planet and the universe. Our final destination is a feature so vast it almost defies comprehension. We are at the edge of the Ross Ice Shelf, the largest body of floating ice in the world. It is a sheer wall of ice, in places rising over 160 feet from the sea, that stretches for hundreds of miles. This is the seaward barrier of the West Antarctic ice sheet, a floating extension of the glaciers that are constantly flowing off the continent. To stand before it is to be humbled by its sheer, monolithic scale. It is quite simply a wall of ice the size of France. This colossal shelf plays a critical role in the stability of the Antarctic ice sheet, and by extension, the global climate system. It acts like a cork in a bottle, buttressing the glaciers behind it and slowing their flow into the ocean. Scientists monitor the Ross Ice Shelf with intense focus, using satellites, radar, and on-site instruments to track its thickness. Our journey across the Great White Continent has come to an end. The most stunning sights from our trip, from the serene reflections of the Lemaire Channel to the fiery heart of Mount Erebus, and the incomprehensible scale of the Ross Ice Shelf Antarctica, has revealed itself to be a land of stunning contrasts and profound wonders. It is a place that challenges our perceptions and deepens our respect for the resilience of life and the immense forces that have shaped our world. The sights we have witnessed are more than just beautiful landscapes. They are vital pieces of a global puzzle, holding clues to our planet's past and warnings for its future. The health of Antarctica is inextricably linked to the health of the entire planet, and its future rests in our hands. Which of these unbelievable Antarctic sights surprised you the most? Was it the bleeding glacier, the steaming beaches, or the sheer mirrored beauty of the Kodak Gap? Please share your thoughts in the comments, subscribe for more journeys, and thank you for watching.